Mm-hmm.
Okay, so on these lots that are in the 100-year flood zone,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Adrian, if there's a 100-foot setback line, there's no reason to bring all of that up because nobody can build in this area.
10-4.
So that's just gonna make our
Mm-hmm.
detention ponds,
Yes, sir.
it's gonna make them unnecessarily bigger than they need to be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, even on these lots are,
Mm-hmm.
for lack of a better word, these are going to be people on a very tight budget. And so the reality is, most of these people are probably going to build,
Mm-hmm.
instead of going here to 320 feet,
Mm-hmm.
most of these people are probably going to build just past this 100-foot setback line.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's really no reason to extend back. And this is somebody that's buying $100,000 lot. They're most likely putting $100,000 manufactured home on it. And so we don't want to add in any additional cost for excavating or the pond or grading, when, as long as we're giving them, Adrian, even in that scenario, but change colors for a second. I mean, these lots are 176 feet wide. And if they have a 200-foot build space, um, probably the average home size on here is going to be about 1,600 square feet. And so if they have roughly, pull up calculator, 200 feet times 174 for the width, that's 34,800 feet. So divide that by 1,600. They still have about 21 possible locations that they could place their home. So that's, realistically, that's more than enough. And I would even bring these sides in. So what we need to do here, Adrian, is I would probably stop. Let me change colors real quick. I would What's the building setback on the sides? 15 feet.
Yes, sir. That's 15 feet. Mm-hmm.
So I would even pull back to here, 15 feet from the property lines. And so in that, now we're looking at, they've got 200 feet times 144, 28,000 square feet divided by 1,600. They still have 18 different spots that they can build their home. Now you can have, in between these two lots, let's say this lot looks the same. That's not, perfect, but you can have the slope running. Your slope now can be running off down to the property line from both house pads, and
To
can
the
be draining
sides. Mm-hmm.
and can be draining back towards the ditch.
Yes, sir.
And that should reduce the area and the size of the ponds that we need pretty drastically over the size of 4 lots. So I think let's run some
Gotcha.
calculation numbers on that and see, that way we'll know what our adjustment for our cuts are on our ponds. And so, Josh, on your side, something to
Mhm.
mark out would be definitely this area, unless it's a really good, nice tree in that little blind that I was telling you on the property lines.
Mhm.
Go ahead and just take it down so that we're able to grade all of it.
Okay.
All right. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna jump over to the other thing I wanted to talk about with Josh on here real quick. So, Josh, on here, I would say I'd mark my 300. that's roughly, let's say this is our 300 feet line. So what I told Josh, Adrian, is when he's going down these, Josh, that means
Mm.
these, put a little X. You're gonna have to do additional clearing on these property lines,
Mhm.
these three,
Okay.
for the grading. And this isn't gonna be drastic grading. It's now on these first three that aren't in the 100-year flood zone,
Mm-hmm.
like I was telling you, Josh, I'd go 5 to 7 feet. I would come from the middle of the property and I would come 5 feet in off there. On this one, you'll have to come in a little more, but on this one, you'll probably have to come 10 just to have a machine be able to go up and down. But on
Yeah.
these, you can go 5 feet from both property lines. But then what I want you to do is come off 20 feet. Make sure you leave a blind between these lots. And then inside of that, Josh, and all we're really trying to achieve with this is that there's privacy between the home sites.
Right.
And so they can build, and then inside of this, Josh, we don't need to take everything down. Let me change my color real quick. And inside of this area, we're just cosmetically cleaning up and leaving all the nice, desirable trees in there.
Okay.
So the property line will be cleared. That way they're able to establish where their property line is and build a fence in the future. But we do want to leave a little blind of trees and brush between the lots so that these still are like, you know, these lots are very secluded lots and seem much larger than 2.5 acres because they still have that privacy.
Okay.
And so, Josh, for now, I would start like we were talking about all the current brush piles because there's a burn ban in place. All
Mm-hmm.
the current piles that are there, just get them high and tight so that we'll be able to come in and shred. But I would work on these first. I would work on these 3 lots first. So that we have something that we can go ahead and start getting some marketing material together. And if somebody,
On 1, 2, and 3.
yeah,
Okay.
these other ones are going to need some grading, and I'll
Okay.
probably the next time that you're going to be down there,
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to be down there tomorrow, I'll plan on just meeting you down there tomorrow. But if not, I can meet you the next day. For now, though, I would have Ruben start with the excavator on just the first 3 lots. Let's start cosmetically cleaning up in between. You know, we can start clearing between the property lines, and
Right.
then we can come inside of the lots and start cosmetically clearing where potential home sites would be. So hopefully by the end of the week, we can go ahead and start getting some pictures or videos for marketing material, and then we'll move over and work on these other lots. I'll also meet you back here for when Adrian has this updated. I'll meet you back here for these placements.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. We'll try to get as much of this done with the excavator before we move the dozer in. That way we'll keep our costs down on the equipment rental.
Now on these lots, whenever we're going down the line, so we had talked about doing 10 feet, 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Well, that the tracks on the excavator are wider than 10 feet. And whenever Ruben's going through there and he's trying to turn, like it's already getting the excavator bound up, trying to do 10 feet. So
I mean, just get
we're
them as tight
trying to
as you
keep it minimal, under 20.
Yeah, just
So,
get them as tight as you can.
okay.
And like when you're going down here, Josh, and you're clearing, this line to the back,
hmm
you know, tell him to go ahead and take the time and kick the stuff back out behind him
Right.
so that we can burn in the front portion of the property, not where we're
Mm.
not
Mhm.
In the
knock
middle
all
of
this
it.
stuff down and then shove it in the brush that we're gonna have to dig out and then push out.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it'll be a little more time consuming for him to dig
But
that
it'll be a
stuff
little
out,
cleaner.
take the
Yeah.
time, turn around, push it back out behind him.
Right.
But at least we won't get all that stuff another 400 feet into the back that then we have to push out everything in front of us.
Right. Right. Right.
And then we're damaging trees and making it even wider when we have to.
Mm,
Because otherwise he's
okay.
gonna have to knock down additional footage inside to just push it out of his way,
Right.
you know, and until we get a dozer over there, this is probably the most efficient way to use it. So again, I would just to reiterate, I would go these property lines all the way to the back and then start cosmetically clearing this up, and then me and you can get together later and see what your schedule looks like, and I can either meet you down there tomorrow or the following day. All good?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good to me.
I'll do
All
that.
right.
Let me just
Well-
take a screenshot of this. Do you need the trimble for this, man? Josh?
Well, right now I'm laying out lines right now.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we're okay for now.
10-4, 10-4.
The only thing that sucks is like once you get in there, it's thick jungle kind of, and trying to see where you marked and then trying to walk to the next spot
Mhm.
because there's only three points on it.
And Josh, I've seen some of those trees, and I mean, if you need him to go in there and get ahead of you and not, you know, make a little path so you're able to get good satellite,
Right.
then I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I brought
very
my
good.
battery powered chainsaw with me, so I've been lugging that around with me too. So
Okay. And make sure that you're getting some good before, during, and after pictures.
Yeah,
mhm.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
All right, brother. Well,
Hmm.
it's good to me. I'll hunt y'all
All
later.
right.
Sir.
Talk to you later, Josh. Thank you.
Later.
Bye.